I think as an artist, one is trying to look at something that inspires one on an everyday basis. On an everyday basis, things that kind of surround you, you want to address that through your work. I mean, I was fascinated by the refrigerator space anyways. In the sense, I think I also stumbled upon it because of very practical reasons. We in Bombay have, we struggle for space. We have even tinier studio spaces. And then to think of possible works within these really tiny holes is quite a challenge. And I somehow thought that the site of the refrigerator was a site that could stage various conversations. And this kind of condensed space, which is almost like a capsule space trying to extend the life of something, felt like a transient space. I could almost imagine a non-space in this kind of a very artificial environment that that some of us kind of, especially coming from I think all over the world, you see this kind of phenomena where you see people spending more and more time in transient spaces like the airports and the shopping malls. The escalators become a trope to address or to kind of imagine this non-space. For me, this work works in multiple levels. I'm constructing these escalators as sculptural objects, and then I stage them inside the refrigerator. So there's an act of staging, and then there's an act of photographing them. Well, I think the kitchen in the Indian context has very complex kind of connotations. It is a space which is a spiritual space. It's a space considered to be pretty spiritual. A lot of families in India, and especially the higher caste Hindus, would in a way make sure that the lower caste person from a lower caste is not allowed to enter into a kitchen. Also, women, if they're kind of menstruating, are not allowed to enter kitchens. The kitchen is considered a very pious place. I think my fascination towards film reflects into these images somehow. Also, the way they're presented, they're quite cinematic in the sense that the size and the dimensions of these photographs is very cinematic. They could be sets, like science fiction sets for any science fiction film, but I think it is because of my fascination towards films like of artists like Tarkovsky and people like that. So I think it's a reflection of all those things that one is enriched with.